Lori Vallow finally arrested and held on $5 million bail. What's up, blind viewers? Okay, anybody who doesn't know what the Lori Vallow case is this is the case of the missing children from Idaho. Now, the two kids have been missing since September 23rd. And the grandparents, they called in and they're the ones that said, hey, the kids are missing. Well, here's the deal. First of all, this Lori Vallow chick, she was married. Then she got remarried. Her husband was killed by her brother, who said it was self-defense, who then the brother died, and then the new husband, his wife died. So that's right. Lori Vallow's husband, brother died, and her new husband's wife died. Maybe it's just a coincidence. So then we have the kids go missing. No sign of them. Lori and her new husband, they pick up and they leave and they go to Hawaii. Now these two are there traipsing around Hawaii, having a good old time, spending money, traveling around, just having fun. No kids in sight. Where are they? Well, that's what everybody wanted to know. Where are the kids? Including, again, the grandparents. So there was a court order from Idaho that said, hey, Lori, why don't you tell us where the kids are? Court ordered. I don't have to do that, right? Do I? Nah. So they just went about their merry way and paid it no mind. Now, here's the odd part, like it isn't odd already. They are members of a doomsday cult. That's right. Religious whack jobs that are out there getting people, and according to Lori, she is here to get 144,000 people together to enter heaven during the second coming. Oh, so I guess you have to kill all your family members and lose your children for that to happen. I don't know. I don't know how this second coming Jesus stuff works, so I'll let that to you guys. And now the little girl, she was well, she's not a little girl, but she's a young girl. She was last seen with her mommy at Yellowstone National Park. Then poof, no signs of her. The boy, I forget where he was last seen, but poof, he's gone. Well, back here in the state, well, in the continental United States, I guess I should say, they got search warrants and did everything, and they found a storage locker where they found all the kids' belongings. If the kids were living with, oh, that's right, she said they were living with somebody else, which was a lie. So if these kids are living with other people, won't they have their stuff? Oh, and the girl's cell phone was found. And what teenage girl goes anywhere without a cell phone? So all of their belongings are found, but still, no kids. So, of course, once everybody out here in internet land heard about this story and heard that she was court ordered to produce the kids or say where they are or what happened to them or anything, and she failed to do that, everybody right away said, why isn't she under arrest? And I must admit, I thought the same thing. But then I thought about it for a little while, and I was like, well, okay, so, if all this stuff's going on and people are mysteriously disappearing or dropping dead or whatever, and it's all surrounding these two wackadoodle doomsday people, then I guess probably they don't want to jump the gun and just drag them in on something stupid that they can't keep them on. They're probably waiting to compile more evidence for a whole host of other things so they can actually make everything stick and throw them in a hole and put a lid on it. Well, apparently, I guess that's what they were doing. So, in Hawaii, that's right, Lori Vallow. She was arrested, and she is being held on $5 million bail which the prosecutor, he requested no bail because they apparently have money to travel around and do whatever they want to. So he said that she or they, but he can only talk about her. I'll get to that in a minute. She is flight risk. So he wanted no bail. Well, it was set at $5 million bail. Lori's attorney wanted it to be set at $10,000. So yeah, wasn't quite nothing, but it definitely wasn't 10,000. All right, so here is the rundown. Well, the one big thing is the contempt of court, because it's like, hey, you were court ordered to tell us where the kids are or produce the kids or something. That, boom, never happened. So contempt of court, that's one thing. We have one thing about lying to the police. When asked a whole bunch of questions, she lied and said, no, they're here, they're there. And another one was one count of getting others to lie, because she told the police that the kids were with this woman, and the woman said, no, she told me that I was supposed to lie to you and say that the kids were with me, but I'm not lying, and they were never with me. So that was another thing that she did. And now she has 2 counts of felony desertion. That's right. 2 kids, one for each of the kid. Felony desertion. Because the kids are not with her. They went through her bank records, and there is no sign of any money being spent for daycare or the boy. He has medicine that he needs to take, and the medicine is not being bought. So there's no signs of anything. The boy was taken out of school and told that, he won't be coming back. They called babysitters and said, we will no longer need your services. And again, no money being spent on children whatsoever. So that is where we stand right now. Now, the whole big thing in Hawaii is an extradition hearing. That is so Idaho can get her back, and they can give her the ones over there once they get her out of Hawaii. And so that is going to happen on the 2nd, March the 2nd. The judge scheduled for the extradition hearing. Now, the prosecution, he wanted it to be stretched out for about 3 weeks. The judge said, why? This is an extradition hearing. He said, we got to match fingerprints from this and that and that. And we have to get people coming in here and flying in and everything. And the judge said, no, that's not going to happen. Get your shit together, because it's all going down on the 2nd. Now, I guess you might want to know, well, why isn't the husband being arrested as well? Well, here's the deal. He is the other husband. The kids are not his, so he has no responsibility for the kids, so they can't get him on desertion or anything like that, because they're not his kids, and he doesn't have any legal responsibility. So I'm sure once they nail her down, get her drugged back to Idaho, and compile all the evidence that they need, hopefully, to keep her and find the kids, I'm sure they'll probably try to work on stuff about getting him also. That's just, I'm not a lawyer. I have no idea, but just speculation on my part. Now, before I wrap this on up and get out of here, I want to give you my thoughts on this. And this is, I don't know, it's such a crazy thing with, first of all, religious cult, bad news. Got to be a wackadoodle to get involved in all that crap, so bad news. All these dead people, bad news. Wackadoodles. Kids disappearing. Wackadoodles, dead people, religious cults. This ain't looking good. But here's what I want you to do in the comments for me, please. Do you think the kids are still able to be found, or do you think that they are gone? Here's my thought. I think that they had to make the kids disappear because I think for somehow they knew too much about dad and uncle and the ex-wife, I think they heard, seen, knew, or something about all these deaths. And I think that's why they had to go away. Now, whether they are no longer on this planet, whether they are with the doomsday cult somewhere, held up with those wackies, who knows? I hope they are still around, but I think it's not because they were an inconvenience or they didn't want kids anymore. I think it's because they knew, and especially if the boy has autism, I believe it is, if he's seen something and just starts, talking, hey, I saw Uncle Jerry get killed, Yeah, I think they knew too much, saw too much or whatever, and they had to be removed, however it may be. Again, whether they be no longer here or in some, I don't know, encampment with all these wackos waiting for Jesus to come. I don't know. But, yeah, leave me a comment and tell me, what do you think happened to the kids? Do you think they're going to find them? And go ahead. Is this lady crazy or am I crazy? Should I be getting ready for Jesus to come? Should I go to Hawaii and join a cult? I don't know. What do you think? It's all wacky to me. But I'm glad they got her. And yeah, $5 million. Oh, that's one more thing. The prosecutor said, yeah, here's a stipulation. $5 million bail. So if she does post bail, because what is it, like 10% of that she can post to get out. So if she does post bond and get out, he wants her passport to be forfeited immediately. Now they say that she doesn't have one, but he said if she gets one, she has to turn it in immediately. So yeah, that's on the record too. So she supposedly isn't a flight risk. I don't know. This whole case is crazy. It's been dragging on again since September. And yeah, way too long for kids to be missing and this legal process to be dragging and having these people just walk around doing whatever the hell they feel like it. They got to grab them and they got to grab them soon. This is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.